Why Christmas should be banned and why Christians are racist misogynists. Christianity is a religion that was started by a man called Jesus Christ who lived and died 2014 years ago in a town called Bethlehem in Israel. In his day he was revered for his knowledge of the arcane arts that allowed him to turn water into wine and walking across small bodies of water, which earned him a large group of followers who he named the disciples. It is important to remember that Jesus identified with the oppressed, and that means non-cisgendered people and women. For this reason, Christians are misogynist against women because there are no female priests and there haven't been any women popes. Despite the fact that Christ's identification with women clearly was an indicator that he did not conform to the binary, and started Christianity as an early-day trans rights activism group which was later invaded and bastardized by heterosexual straight white men for their own selfish desire. Patriarchy. When Jesus died, he said he did it for those who have sinned and will sin, which we know from history to mean he died to earn salvation for men because women were restricted from having the power to do anything wrong. He died for the sins of heterosexual straight white men, who are in essence a plague upon this great planet Earth, which if looked at from an analogical standpoint is a BBW or big beautiful woman raped by men. Heterosexual straight white men nicknamed our planet, quote, Mother Earth, end quote, as an in-joke between themselves because they derive a perverse sexual satisfaction from defiling her with pollution, because white men have mother issues, and that is why they hate women and why misogyny defines Western, quote, culture, end quote. Because Jesus was born in the Middle East and was most likely brown or black, white Christians who worship him are racists, engaging in cultural appropriation and because Jesus was born in the Middle East and was most likely brown or black, white Christians who worship him are racist, engaging in cultural appropriation and should feel ashamed of themselves. I believe that if God exists, then he would be a woman because the compassionate God would root for the underdog, which in my opinion and in all walks of life is women. In closing, I believe that Christmas should be banned because although it is fun and comforting to think of Christmas time as being like in a Tim Allen movie, the reality is much more grave because Christmas is celebrated mostly by white families, which means it is a time for white families to experience, quote, togetherness, end quote, which only enforces their heteronormative behavior, which is problematic for women, gays and people of colour.